Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, first of all, this is not the Cruiserweight title. This is gonna sound really lame, but I have a prediction contest with my stuffed aminals and inanimate objects. And I was using the NXT title for it. But I decided this time to throw it away. I was champion. Give it up and take the Cruiserweight title, put a little duct tape and call it the WWE Network Championship, since they're all in the WWE Network anyway. So that's what it's called. WWE Network Championship. And it was between me and the Chucky doll in the predictions. And I won. One problem though. I then put a four-way prediction contest between Fez, the Chibi Thulu, Fez is the duck, the Chibi Thulu, that's the mini Cthulhu, and Woody and the Urkel dolls. And as you can see, Fez and Woody have tied in 4-apiece, and that's for a briefcase. So I have to figure out how to break the tie. But enough about the bullshit. Let's kind of set this there because we got to talk about. Let's. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. All right. So pre-show started off Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. And of course, Jeff Hardy won. It was okay. It went on longer than I thought. See, there's some things that I think matches should be like really quick, like that. And then they take forever. We'll get to one I thought should have been quicker. But Jeff Hardy, Cesaro, your basic match. I don't understand why Jeff Hardy was facing Cesaro, as everything was leaning towards him going against Sheamus, and then I also don't understand why they were on the pre-show, but then we get to the other match that was made yesterday, and what happened there, I guess we'll figure out why. So Jeff Hardy won, nothing too big there. Then the show actually started, and it was the Fatal 4-Way match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. It was the New Day versus the Forgotten Sons versus the Lucha House Party versus Miz and Morrison. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Miz and Morrison. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The New Day won, but it was... Okay, so at this point in time, the way things are, I understand why they do it this way. But they do it this way when things aren't this way. If you know what I mean, with what's going on in the world right now, how you have to safe distance and social distance, whatever. You think, okay, doing the match this way isn't too bad. But then you got to realize they do it this way every time, almost. And what I'm talking about is a Fatal 4-Way match. But it's a Fatal 4-Way tag team match. But only 2 people can be in the ring at a time representing their teams. And you can tag out, or they can tag you, another teammate, whatever, or another team. But you can only have 2 people in the ring at the same time. Why? If anything, it should be 1 person from each team in the ring. Because you can have a Fatal 4-Way match just fine. I never understood the way they do this. Having a Fatal, it's a Fatal 4-Way tag team match. And people are saying, oh, it should have been a ladder match. It should have been a ladder match. It should have been a ladder match. I know they just had a ladder match. Or some sort of match where every team is going at the same time. Not 2 people in the ring at a time, and then, it's no disqualification, but the referee is going to throw out Jackson Riker anyway. Which, no, ref, it's no disqualification. You can't throw him out. Guy's standing there, he gets involved, and the referee's like, you're out! I'm like, wait, why? It's no disqualification. He's not doing anything wrong, no disqualification. The New Day won, It wasn't even Midnight Hour. It was just a big ending. The New Day won. I think they should have lost the tag titles. I have this thing. It's my thing. I don't know why, but it's always been my thing. If it's a multi-person match for a championship, there should be a new champion every time. I know that's stupid, but to me, because especially when, maybe not this time, but most of the times when they say it's a multi-man match, like a Fatal 4-Way match, the champion doesn't even have to be pinned to lose the title. But if they keep saying that, and the champion still retains, what's the point of saying that? That's my thing with multi-man matches. I'm just saying. After this, though, we had... Was it Bayley? No. It was supposed to be R-Truth and MVP. R-Truth is MVP. Came out. R-Truth was doing the what's up, even though there was no one there. He's like, what's up? What's up? There was no one there. But, it's R-Truth making the best of it. And he's ready to go against, MVP. And then Bobby Lashley's music came out. And Bobby Lashley looks at MVP and says, take the night off. So MVP walks away. And this is where I'm like, fuck, I'm getting screwed. Because I picked R-Truth. It was R-Truth versus MVP. I'm picking R-Truth. Because an MVP's lost every match he's been in since he came back. Well, then now MVP is gone. Bobby Lashley's in. Bobby Lashley's going to win. He does. He beat R-Truth like that. Not much to talk about there. Then we got Bayley versus Tamina. This match was long. I mean, it was only 8:30 by the time it was done, which is really weird. But I guess with no one watching there is going to be shorter. This was short. Like, it got to be 7 o'clock Central Time. And we had maybe 2 matches left. It was 7 o'clock Central Time. But, yeah, so Bayley versus Tamina. What can I say? Look, I've been on this Tamina train because, I never really liked Tamina all that well. But someone said she's been in WWE, it'll be 10 years here in a little while. And she hasn't won a title in 10 years. So I figured this is her chance. But no. There was a funny part where she took Bayley and flung her over the announce table. And Corey Graves says, why didn't you catch her, Cole? I like that. I'm like, even if Tamina wins, at least I have that. So, Tamina lost because of Shaka Bank interfering in the match. Like, Tamina hit the, what do you call it? A Samoan drop, went for the pin, 1-2, and then it's like 1-2, and then Sasha's like sliding to the ring like this. And just stood there. Why did the count stop? Why did the count stop? That's my thing. She just slid in. She didn't interfere. She just slid in, and the count stopped. She didn't touch anyone. Why did the count stop? Should be 1, 2, slide in. Who cares? 3. She slid in the ring. How does that stop the 3 count? Come on. Common sense, people. Why does someone sliding in the ring and not doing anything but sitting there? Because that's what they did. This is the one for this is Tamina. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is Tamina, Bayley. Tamina's got Bayley pinned down. This is Sasha Banks. Okay, so it's like 1, 2. All of a sudden, that stops the count. Just, she didn't jump on him, just goes in there. That's it. And the referee stops counting. Does that make any sense to you people? Why did she stop counting? She didn't interfere. She just slid in the ring. That's it. She wasn't even in the ring all the way. Just half her body. And that stopped the count somehow. And then Tamina chased her around the ring, causing out distractions. Bayley rolls her up with the most devastating move in all professional wrestling. A surprise roll up and gets the 1, the 2, the 3. The Tamina train up the tracks. Woo woo. I think she should have won. I'm sorry, but I'm sick of Bayley. And I know people keep saying, oh, but they gotta have Sasha versus Bayley. At this point, they've strung it along way too long. That I don't care anymore. I don't give a shit. All right. There were times that I was invested in this rivalry, but they kept pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. And now there is signs, because before the match, Sasha was asked a question by one of the, I don't know who it was, but one of the interviewers, and Bayley stepped in and answered the question for her, and then they walked away, and Sasha had this look on her face. Sure, they're leaning towards it, but I don't care anymore. It's getting to the point where they had a good story going between them, and Vince decided, no, let's stop it right here, so something else. I'm sorry, but I'm not invested in the Sasha versus Bayley story anymore. I'm not. I'm just not. You can start it up again. I don't care. I don't care. No, I don't care anymore. You ruined it. You should have done this 2 years ago when it was actually going somewhere, instead of stopping it and pushing it somewhere else. I'm sorry. But no, I don't care anymore. Tamina should have won this match. Moving forward now. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. I thought this was actually pretty cool. It was weird. So, because there's no one in the arena, they could mess around with stuff. But there was a point, there was something happened where I thought, if there were people watching in the arena, this would have worked better. Now, the one thing that was pretty cool was that they had the puppets popping up. Like Hustus the Pig popped up, and then Mercy the Buzzard, and then the little bunny Foo-Foo, whatever his name is. The little bunny Foo-Foo running through the forest, running through the carrot patch, boom, popping him on the head. No, little bunny Foo-Foo, whatever he's called. I forget his name. Rambling Rabbit, that's it. I like Little Bunny Foo-Foo better, but yeah, they were there, and then Braun Strowman did this thing, and this is what I was talking about. The crowd should have been there. He rolled on, he was knocked on the other side of the ring. And he comes up and he's wearing the broken black sheep mask, and it looks like they're gonna hug and stuff. But then Braun Strowman cause there was a point in the match where Bray Wyatt hit the Sister Abigail and pinned Braun Strowman, but only got 2. So at this point, he puts the sheep mask on. Right? And there's a hugging thing, okay, they're back together. But that's not going to happen. And then Braun Strowman picks him up, hits the running power slam, 1, 2, 3. It's over. And, well, you could say, oh, they can get away with it because there's no fans there to boo it. But I see it as he beat Bray Wyatt, not The Fiend. And I get what they're trying to do with this, is that, yeah, he beat Bray Wyatt. He didn't beat The Fiend. The Fiend is what everyone's high on their horse about, not Bray Wyatt himself, just The Fiend. So I see that. I think I see what their whole point with this is, but yeah. I forgot to mention, there was a point that Bayley poured bottled water, or splashed bottled water on Tamina, and she tried to make it look like she was taking a drink out of it, but I know it probably doesn't matter. We're trying not to spread germs, and she's trying to only make it look like she put it up, but it did touch her lips once. Not that that's going to do anything, but I'm just saying. Alright, so we got left Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins came out to new music here, which is more type music, which fits his Monday Night Messiah role. Sorry, I just thought of something. So Big OT called me and was asking me what Seth Rollins' nickname would be on SmackDown. If he went to SmackDown, would it be the Friday Night Fryer or something like that? And I know he didn't mean fryer, fry up the food. Fryer, would he have to shave the top of his head so he could be like Friar Tuck? I don't know, but I came up with something. Instead of giving him a nickname, he would just perform, every Friday he would perform a SmackDown sermon. as your Messiah. So he would perform a SmackDown sermon. So there you go. But yeah, Drew McIntyre won, of course. He wasn't going to lose yet. It was a pretty good match. Yeah, not much to talk about, really. There was Claymore kicks and curb stomps and super kicks and stuff. Yeah, and at the end, though, there was a handshake between the two, which is really weird. And you can tell that Drew McIntyre was being sincere. And Seth Rollins shook his hand, and McIntyre walked away, but Seth Rollins still had that look on his face like, I'm still gonna get you. You know, type thing. Now we got the Money in the Bank ladder matches for both the men's and the women's. And I have to question, well, only one of the results I have to question. Okay? So we got this Money in the Bank ladder match. First of all, I should have said this at the beginning. We were lied to in the advertisements. The advertisements for this pay-per-view made it seem as if the whole pay-per-view was going to be taking place from WWE headquarters, and that's a lie. Most of it was at the Performance Center except for the Money in the Bank ladder match, which was at WWE headquarters. So they lied to us in the advertisements. They tried to get people to watch it, thinking it's going to be something a bit different, but most of it was the same old shit you've been seeing in the last couple months since this whole thing had happened, and you just get the main event is on the roof. But yeah, so it starts off, we got the women in the lobby and the men in the gym. Okay, and you got Asuka not showing up at first, and then apparently she's up above them on a little balcony thing and jumps down onto them. Why didn't they move? Like, I see she's up there, they could just to the side, right? The guys start off in the gym, of course, and they're fighting, and AJ Styles gets squashed underneath a dumbbell. And he was split up around the building and stuff, and there's points where Rey Mysterio walks by the men's room, and Brother Love is in there going to the bathroom. And I'm going, you better wash your hands, man. There's a pandemic going around. He washes his hands. He stops Brother Love, and he looks at Rey Mysterio, and he goes, I love you. I'm sorry, but I don't want no strange man in the bathroom to tell me he loves me. I would have just kept walking. We got a moment where AJ Styles is going through the corridors looking for Rey Mysterio, and he finds a room with a casket and the Undertaker's theme song playing. He's like, oh no, because there's one thing where he's looking around. By the way, I did finally see this because they were doing during the pre-show, they were doing the countdowns of the top 10 greatest moments in Money in the Bank history. And of course, it was number one, just like on Monday, was the Seth Rollins cashing in on Brock Lesnar. I didn't get to see it because I don't watch the weekly shows. No reason for me to. So I saw it here, and yeah, except for a shot where you can see Roman's back, it's edited to look like he was just him and Brock Lesnar. You can see Roman back, like he's laying like this, where his face isn't showing. But yeah, that's about it. And it looks like Seth just came out, cashed in. Because what happens is they show him running out back of Roman there, coming out, curb stomping Brock. Then the screen goes black, and you hear 1, 2, 3, and then they show Seth the title. I don't know why they're doing that, but I bring that up because during the Money in the Bank segment, you have AJ Styles going around, and they do show Roman on posters. So I don't know. But yeah, he finds that room, and Aleister Black kicks him in the head and knocks him into the room. Poor AJ Styles. Who knows? There's a part. What else? There's a fake Doink the Clown pops up. John Laurinaitis. Oh yeah. So okay. Before I get to that, there's a point where everyone. Okay, so they cut to Paul Heyman sitting at a giant ass table full of food, ready to chow down like his fat ass should, and everybody shows up, and Otis looks around and goes, "Yeah, food fight!" And he throws the first thing at Paul Heyman, and everybody starts to fight. And Carmella goes through the table. Oh, poor Carmella. And then everyone's fighting around. And so the last two left. I think it was actually during this too where Shayna Baszler is choking out Rey Mysterio, right? She's got him in the, what you call it? Not coquina clutch. What is it called? She's got him in that move that she does. The Sleepy Time or something. I don't know. The Shayna Baszler Sleepy Time. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. But she's got him in that. She's choking out Rey Mysterio. And then she lets go. And here comes Nia Jax and Otis and just squish Rey Mysterio. And Nia Jax and Otis are the last ones standing there. And they go separate directions. It's like, why are they going separate directions? Well, Otis is going towards the kitchen. And there's a whole bunch of pies standing there. And Otis is like, pie! He grabs the pie and he turns around. And here comes John Laurinaitis in a scooter. And he's like, people power! And Otis is just like, put him in the face with the pie. And I'm like, oh yeah! So we finally get up to the roof. Oh, no, there's one more thing I want to talk about before we get to the roof. And that's Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles fight each other. They go into this office. And they're fighting. And all of a sudden, you notice Vince McMahon is sitting in the corner there. And he turns around. He's like, ah, what the hell? And then just kind of, they put the chairs back. Everything. Yeah. It was kind of funny. Yeah, so we finally get to the roof here. Because this is where it all ended. And they made this big thing about how someone's going off the roof. Here's my problem. They showed an aerial shot earlier where you can clearly see that it's a set made to look like when you throw them over the set like it's going off the roof. But they showed that in an earlier sky shot. So when you do it, if you didn't see that in the earlier sky shot during the pre-show, then that's fine. But if you're paying attention and you saw it, Aleister Black and Rey Mysterio go over the set. So, they got thrown off the roof. And they weren't actually going to get thrown off the roof. But don't show it in a sky cam. I mean, come on. It's very obvious. If you're going to try to have the illusion of them getting thrown off the roof, they don't come back in the match, by the way. Just come on. Don't show it in a sky view earlier in the show and inflict us to believe that there's nothing there. I'm just saying. Okay, so Asuka won the women's Money in the Bank. Okay, here's the first thing that's kind of stupid is, I think it was it somebody was going up with Baron Corbin, and Corbin was stopping the woman from grabbing her briefcase. It was either Shayna or Asuka, but Corbin was stopping them from doing it. I'm like, what are you doing? That's not your briefcase. Why are you stopping them? But Asuka won that briefcase. Bullshit. It should have been Shayna Baszler. I'm sorry, but no. Okay, whatever. Asuka can win. Shayna should be the Raw Women's Champion right now. And WWE fucked this up from the beginning because they have a thing saying, oh, Becky Lynch confronts Women's Money in the Bank winner. So right away, you know it's going to be someone from Raw. Why would you do that? You basically ruin the, you by saying, oh, Becky Lynch is going to confront the Money in the Bank winner, you ruin you ruin the you don't ruin the whole surprise, but it narrows it down. Oh, it's not going to be anyone from SmackDown. So it's got to be someone from Raw. And it was. Asuka won. Now she can still cash in on someone from SmackDown, sure. She can cash in on Bayley, but I want Tamina to win it from Bayley, so I don't know. And then we get the men's thing. And this was, I was about to get pissed. Because it was Baron Corbin and AJ Styles left at the top. The two of the people were saying were going to win. It's either going to be AJ, it's either going to be Corbin. Like, man, I'm not going to win this prediction. I'm not going to win this prediction at all. So they get it loose, and they both have their hands on it. But Corbin lets go, and AJ's got it, but he can't hold on to it, and it falls, and it lands in Otis's hands. Oh, yeah! And they count that as the victory. So Otis is your Mr. Money in the Bank. But it's ruined by a line said at the beginning of the match. Where I think it was either Michael or someone said that Otis said if he wins, he's going to use it on the tag team belts. Why would you do that? Why would you say that? Have him go for a world title, for God's sake. It's Otis. He doesn't have to win the title. Just the fact that Otis was in a world title match means something. Like Zack Ryder can go out and tell people that he was once number one contender for the WWE Championship, because he was. It's not just about winning the title. It's about the fact that you were in a world title match. You know what I mean? Like, like I said, Zack Ryder can say, I was in a WWE Championship match. I was number one contender for the WWE Championship. He didn't win it, but he can still hold that, in his mind that he was actually in a world title match. But by saying that Otis is going to use it for the tag belts, kind of brings away the mystique. I'm glad he won, because Otis is my guy. Oh, yeah. But by saying he's going to use it for the tag belts, it kind of takes away from, who's he going to use it on? We now know. I understand Otis is in a tag team with Tucker, but come on. He could go for a world title. There have been tag teams, Kofi Kingston, part of the New Day. He won the WWE Championship, but now he's tag team champion again. Doesn't mean it's because Otis goes for the world title that he can't, And you can't still go for a tag title and be with Tucker. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was pretty good. It was one of those cinematic matches that had the music going and everything. But yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't think it was funny that once Vince McMahon reared his head in there, the music stopped. And then it started again as soon as AJ Styles punched Daniel Bryan in the head. It was like quiet, and all of a sudden, whatever. It was kind of funny. This was actually pretty good. It was short. Like I said, it ended like 8:30 Central Time. So it was really short. It's weird. It's different watching it without people there. And like I said, that moment in the Bray Wyatt match where Braun Strowman popped up with the black sheep mask would have been better with an audience, but I think they did an okay job with this. And they advertised Backlash being the next pay-per-view, even though I had looked up the pay-per-views like a week or two ago to see what's after this, and it's like Extreme Rules. So obviously they changed their minds. They've gone back to a single color for Backlash. It's going to be red this year, which is cool. Because I always thought Backlash looked better in red anyway. Like the old ones had the red color to them. But yeah, this was decent. I don't remember if I give this grades or not. Probably not. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was fun to watch. Yeah, not really much complaints other than what I already said. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So what are your thoughts on Money in the Bank 2020? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Terry Boulder for life.